All right, here we go, my friends. Let's look at some smart money. Let's look at some, actually I want to go back to the previous video and show you some of the plays that were on there and how they've performed. I think there was one or two that did pretty well. And then, and it's tough. I mean, right now, you know, market's mostly sideways, although Bitcoin is up a little bit today. But when things are sideways, it's just tough. One thing I wanted to mention is I know, you know, some of you, maybe one or two of you said that there were some issues with the sound. I have turned the mic way up now. In fact, there could be some feedback for some people if they have it too high. So, you know, hopefully that's resolved now. We'll see. If not, there's really nothing more I can do about it. Okay, so let's just go through Twitter here. And actually, before I do this, you know, a lot of you know that I have a Discord group. I don't advertise it a whole lot, but, you know, if some of you are interested in it, here is, you know, we got channels like this that have alerts where you can see what smart money is doing in real time. You know, like token flow and retail signals, and you know, we have a big community talking about price action all day, and also looking at you know, new meme coins or meme coins that are doing well, like Trump MAGA, that sort of thing, or even the Bowden base. You know, it's not political. We're just looking for the best plays, really. Let's see, what did I post on Signals today? There were a couple tokens I'm going to show you that I purchased last night, and I'll get to those here in a second. I thought they looked good, you know, as far as where they're at and how they've probably completed their down cycle and they're getting ready to move back up. But it's all dependent on Bitcoin, right? You know, Bitcoin and the stock market and liquidity have to be involved in this, or, you know, money can't come into these altcoins. What did I want to show you? I really don't remember now. Yeah, anyway, we got a Discord channel. I'll put it in the description below if you're interested in it. We did have a 60x meme coin that we did, and two that were around, you know, 2 to 7x that we made over the last 5 days. So it seems like memes are really doing the best right now. And that tends to happen when market just goes sideways. You know, people are looking for a gamble. But just remember, that is what it is. You know, it's a gamble to get into these meme coins, so be careful with it. I wanted to mention Ulti. This is a token that's not released yet. It's a gaming token, and they are releasing it June 6th. I did a repost of it, and it seems like a pretty good product and or project, and it has some backers from what I remember. Let me see if I can look that up for you while I'm thinking about it. Let's just see who the backers are. I'm doing this off screen. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Looks like it was a OKX Jumpstart. What else happened with this? Oh yeah, Binance Labs did a seed round with them. Oh, and Animoca Brands. I mean, Animoca Brands gets in all of the, here's what I'm looking at. You know, Animoca Brands gets involved with all these gaming coins, you know that, or most people know that. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good actually. You know, it seems like it already has some real games that are being developed. Alex Vanovic, he is the, I don't know if he's the creator or just the president of Nansen, probably the president, CEO, but he was talking about BNB today and how the market cap's back above 100 billion, hasn't been this high since 2021. So if the market continues to go, you know, if it keeps going up immediately and we don't have a longer pause throughout the summer, which could happen, you know, BNB type tokens could be something to look into, because when the main token in that chain is going up, usually something behind it is going to follow. QUBIC, I posted this today. I know a lot of you follow QUBIC and are interested in it. This might be hard to see, but this buy zone that I have right here is about, well, it's got 5 zeros before it, but it's 219 to 330 is that buy zone. And it could stop before that and start moving back up. But you know, you could do a trend line here and just wait till it breaks above that trend line, and that's the safer play. So, you know, just something to consider for those that like QUBIC. And remember this, I should probably mention this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, all that. You know, you need to only risk the money that you're willing to lose, because, you know, the crypto market is a very risky thing. This morning, about 4 hours ago, I posted that Bitcoin was looking like it might get above the bullish line here. And I was viewing it from the scope of using volume profile in just this range, just this top range. So we've held this support really well at the point of control, and you can't really see it there, but there's a red line there from this volume profile. But if we get above the VAH here, the value area high at the top, then that could indicate that things are ready to move up. But there is a bit of a if you want to envision, there's kind of a trend line there that it's bumping against. So, it could push it right back down. What we really want to see is a full daily candle above this bullish line, and currently that's just half a daily candle. So I would need to see, tomorrow, let's see what happens with it. There's no guarantee yet that it's going to keep moving up. Let's just see if there's anything else I wanted to mention here. Oh yeah, if you're into the Nansen smart money research, which a lot of people in our Discord are, they joined our Discord and then saw how smart money can work for them and make them money, and they ended up joining the platform themselves. So if you decide to use it, and you'll see here in a little bit, I'll start using the platform. You can see how it works. You can click this website here. If you do the yearly Pioneer subscription, which is the lower cost one, and I think it's about $1,000 for the year, you can get 10% off by using my code here. And then if you want the Pro subscription, which gets you access to a lot more features, plus the Nansen Alpha Discord that has a lot of the Nansen employees posting plays in there. Plus there's other people like me posting plays in there. If you want to do that one, it's much more expensive, but you can also get 10% off on that one. And you do have to have a yearly, you have to do the yearly subscription to get this discount. And it also has to either be a new account or one that's never purchased a subscription. So just remember that. APUGURL, that's the one that I was trying to think of. So we posted this only in our Discord. Sometimes I'll only post plays in there. Sometimes I'll post them here. And this ended up being a 60x for one of the members. I don't enter every one of these plays. I don't have time to. And really, I talked about this on Twitter before. The toughest part of any trade, it's not really posting the chart. That's the easy part. I mean, sure, I had to learn many years how to do TA and how to use Nansen, that sort of thing. But the hardest part is conviction. So it's really on you. You have that seed of doubt in your mind if the token's going to do well or not. You have that seed of doubt where to take profits. So buying and selling, that's the toughest part. And nobody wants to lose money, of course. Everybody wants to make money every time. So just understand that you're doing the hard part if you're entering these plays, and that's what I tell our people in the Discord all the time. So JJ, we also did a 5X on this one. And yeah, I think that's about all I was going to mention. There was one other meme that we did well on, and maybe it'll cross my mind here in a second. So this video I was talking about that I did last time, I just wanted to go over a couple of these. MOG is still doing well. We talked about it in the video again. GROYPER, oh yeah, that was the other meme. So GROYPER has done like a 2X since we called it. And that, if you would have watched this video and got into GROYPER, you would have made money. But the rest of oh yeah, Andy has been going up as well, so you would have made money on this one. So, usually 40 to 50% of the tokens I talk about in here generally end up doing well, unless Bitcoin is just doing horribly. So, watching these videos could benefit you for sure. Let me just see if there's anything here on the notifications. No, okay. All right, talked about Bitcoin already, talked about BNB, which BNB has been one of the better performers during this dip. Okay, VPP is one that I posted to our group last night that I purchased some, and I'm probably going to continue to purchase. I want to accumulate this token, and the reason why VPP is so cool and such a good project, let me see if I can pull up something for you here. It is, I'm going to bring up the website. So for anybody that loves poker, and I've watched a video from the person that created this, it's really cool. I mean, it's a cool concept, and it's something that's been needed for a long time, especially with blockchain and crypto. So you can create your own tables for your friends or a tournament. Like it says right here, you can create your own custom tournament. And what happens is, I've actually never clicked on this before. Yeah, it looks like you have to log in and stuff. They've got a lobby here. Yeah, so here's a tournament that somebody made. And I'm trying to see what the buy-in is. So the buy-in is usually going to be, and I think every time, yeah, here it is right here. The requirement is you have to have NFT or token ownership. So this one may not be, let's see, it's a Texas Hold'em Sit and Go. Looks like it's the Man's coin, M-A-N-Z. So, I mean, this is another cool use case for it. Maybe somebody made this tournament to promote their token. I don't know. But what you can do is you can make these tournaments yourself or join one. And sometimes it might be like a $20 ETH fee or, you know, $100 worth of ETH to get in. And then whoever wins the tournament, or maybe they have it set up where it's top 3 get money, you know, you get that prize pool. So it's really neat. I mean, there's a lot of legal ramifications to something like this, so they've had to sidestep a lot of that, and it took this project a while to get off the ground, but it seems like it's, you know, it really has a use case. People are using it. In fact, our Discord group is going to do a poker tournament, I don't know, sometime this year, maybe this month or next month. We've been talking about it. So yeah, I really like this. It's cool. And then the other one I wanted to mention to you is GMEE, or Game with 2 M's. Let me bring up the website on this one for you. Here it is. So a really slick website, first of all. It's called the Arcade of Blockchain, or that's how they frame themselves as being. Big backers here: Binance Labs, Sandbox, Polygon, NASA, Animoca. And let's see, onboarding gamers to Web3 through mobile gaming. I remember we've had this on one of our long-term lists for a while now. Same thing with VPP, Virtue Poker. And it seems like a lot of these are popping up where you get rewarded for playing games, basically. And that's going to be a big part of the future. So let me just see if there's anything. Yeah, casual mobile game. Oh yeah, earn and customize your first NFT. Turn gaming skills into crypto rewards. Yeah, so you can imagine, I mean, any gamer would be ecstatic knowing that they could play a game that they liked and still getting rewarded for it. So I think the cool thing about this platform is you're not limited to just the games they're making. I believe this has something to do with, and so, you know, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe it's not their game specifically. You know, it's a collection of games from different developers, I think is the way I'm reading it. Well, it says 60 games currently. So it's the first Telegram GameFi token. Yeah, so you always want to be in projects that are the first to market. And it seems like this was one of the first ones. So yeah, GMEE right here. Let me see, so I showed you VPP here, yeah. And I'm hoping, you know, TP3, TP4, you know, hoping for at least a 10 to 20x return on something like that. No guarantees. I bought actually right here. Let me get these out of the way. I actually bought right here, which normally I would wait for it to break above this bullish line, but you know, there's so much support here. You know, it could fall down one more time. That's fine, but I really liked what I was seeing there. And then GMEE, the game, the one we were just talking about. I think it could be doing something very similar where there's a lot of support right here. Of course, there's a ton of support there. If it was to fall back to support line right there, I would buy more of it. But I bought some last night hoping that on a lower time frame, like if you were to look at a 4-hour chart, hoping that this is building market structure now and it's holding this new support. So, you know, I could definitely put another line there if I wanted to, but I'm not worried about that. And then if we were to bring our, you know, our engineering robo AI trading view indicator package here, which this will be available next month, and I'll let everybody know when it is. Or sorry, no, this is the month it's supposed to be available. So as soon as it's available this month, I'll let you know. But, you know, clearly it's bullish on multi-time frame. It's bearish on some other time frame still. But, you know, just hoping it's getting ready to go. And just like Bitcoin, you know, there could be some resistance there on a trend line. So I'm not saying it's ready to go right now. You know, it could come down one more time, could be doing a triangle and then finally a breakout weeks, months later. but I'm happy buying at this level because I think it could do pretty well. And as far as targets go, 6x, 10x minimum is what I'm hoping for. I think anybody would be happy with, if they entered something and got 10x. And then you hear about our Discord making 60x on a meme coin. Well, it happens sometimes, but it's just, especially when Bitcoin's going sideways, you don't see that often. Now, when Bitcoin really gets going and the market is, everything is going up, I mean, you could just throw a dart and make money. Like back in late March, I posted something to our Discord where we were looking back at our plays and we had made a bunch of, 37x and 25x, 10x. I mean, there was many tokens that you could have entered and made a lot of money with, and we did. Yeah, so those two I entered, and they're pretty much at the levels that I entered last night. I wasn't really going to talk about that token. So let's jump into smart money. I think I'm ready to do that now, yeah. Oh, and then I did want to mention one more thing. For our Discord, I do, member questions, and we do special videos just for the members, just so you know. All right, so smart money, we'll look at signals first. And this is the AI portion of the signal where, and if some of you are interested in NFTs, it also shows you, NFT, smart money activity, volume increasing, that sort of thing, which I'm not worried about. With this AI thing, just for you, where it says up here, you can actually teach this what you're looking for, whether it's low caps or whatever, and it'll just show you those things. So from time to time, if I see an NFT, I just say I'm not interested in that signal type. So we have wrapped com AI. Let's see, what is this one? Oh yeah, it was doing well back in like February, March. So top 25 holder balances dropped on this one by a volume figure of 61,000. And it's not a huge multiplier, so I'm not too worried about it. But if you were in this token, this could indicate in the future, maybe if it was a 10x or something like that, that it would be time to get out of the token. Maybe you've made a 10x on it and you see the top 25 holder balances have dropped. Could be a signal it's time to get out. And you can dial into, like I could click into Com AI here, and I could go and look at the balances, and you can actually see the change in the last 24 hours, see who was selling. Top 25, well actually we'd have to go to the top 25 holders, wouldn't we? So here's the top 25 holders. There must have been a bit, yeah, so there's some big, well this could be the staking liquidity pool. Yeah, so it could be a false signal actually, especially since it's at the very bottom of the, it's just been going down and down and down. So it's pretty unlikely that a lot of people are selling right here at the very bottom. They're probably hanging on unless they just got fed up with it. But yeah, you can definitely look, dial in and look at things closer. Tatsu, yeah, balances dropped on Tatsu. KARRAT outflow. So if you see anything like this where it says DEX outflow, that means that people are purchasing it and bringing it into their wallets. It's flowing out of the DEX exchange, the decentralized exchange, to people's wallets. This is a gaming token, and it's fairly new, April 2024. They do pretty good marketing. I've seen it. Let's see, it's aimed at revolutionizing gaming entertainment. That's the other cool thing about this AI thing. It'll have a description of each of these tokens to where you don't have to go looking for it. So yeah, this one could be one to look at. KARRAT, APU, it's not enough of a multiplier to worry about. I'm looking for like really high multipliers, like C98 has a big one here, but it could be a fake signal. It could be like a liquidity pool adding liquidity or something, which sometimes can be a signal. DEX inflow for Andy. Some people are taking profits on that one, looks like currently. Stark, DEX outflow. Yeah, it's a 10x there, so that could be a good one to look at. Of course, these are a little bit higher market cap, something like that. Okay, so here's a top 25 holder balance increase for MUBI. And that was really, that's the first token I ever purchased from looking at smart money. So, I have some good vibes with that one, so we'll look at that. Okay, let's look at one other way to find, and I really like this one a lot if I have time to watch it. So what I do is I go to Smart Money Dex Trades, and I can see in real time what Smart Money is buying. And just so you know, Smart Money is basically the top 1% of traders, the profitable traders on the blockchain, as Nansen describes it. So if you see a Smart Money, like these little emojis next to their name, that means that not only do they usually buy things early, but they're also profitable. They know how to take profits usually. I mean, some of them don't. In fact, I kind of rely on myself to take profits once I enter these, but what I'm really looking for out of these Smart Money wallets is to find tokens early. It's a good filter for me, so I don't have to go and look at every single token and waste a bunch of time with that. I mean, this saves you so much time. So let me see. I want to filter just to look at tokens that have been purchased, and I want to find some that have some decent conviction. Let's see here what we've got. Actually, one of our tokens bought one called Toad. I could look at that one. Oh, I remember seeing that one now. Yeah, that's a meme, obviously. And GME has been going crazy. I mean, Roaring Kitty, whatever his name is, the Dumb Money, the one that the movie Dumb Money was made after. He's been showing up again on his YouTube, I believe. KATA, let's see. And I like to find high net worth, like if I can find somebody that's over like 200,000, 300,000 in their wallet, that's a better sign for me that they're likely profitable. We'll look at KATA. We looked at it once before, about 3 months ago. Brett, I wonder what Brett's doing. Yeah, well, Brett's up too. Yeah, so it just seems like memes are doing much better than most other things. Bobo, this one's been showing up. Yeah, I definitely want to look at that one. Let's see if we can find one more here. Pew's been showing up a lot. We actually called that in our group, and I think it did a 2x. Yeah, see how it's showing up a bunch? More and more people are buying it. Actually, we'll look at that one. Because it could be below a market structure where it just had its first breakout, and now it's ready to move again. Okay, let's, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, that's about 8. Guess we could look at one more way. Let's look at token. I'll click on tokens here. We'll go to token flow. And maybe we'll look at on-chain metrics. Because really we want to see what Smart Money is involved in. Let me filter this out some here. Maybe we'll just do new tokens on this. Yeah, Pew's right there at the very top. TROG. I feel like, oh yeah, I called this to the group. That's interesting. I wonder if this one is ready to go now. Grumpy, Jenner we call it in the group. PEEZY, that was one I talked about in one of the previous videos. Let's just see what's going on with it. Anyway, there's a lot of different things you can see here, like the Smart Money holders change, how many Smart Money are holding it currently. What else do we have here? Volume change. There is a way to look at just regular token inflows here as well, and just new tokens. So we can kind of cross-reference this based on the ones we just pulled up. Of course, MAGA's doing real well still. Oh, there's GROYPER, JJ. Those are the two I was talking about that we called. So you can see, the things that I've been talking about over the last week or since last week, either in our Discord group or on the videos that I do here for you. You can see that these tokens are showing up still. And this is Smart Money inflow, so you're getting, oh, that's a whole lot of inflow there. Usually if you see a big imbalance like this, that means that 500K has come in to Smart Money wallets, but only 23,000 has flowed out. So a lot of people are holding wQUIL. I guess we can look at that one. GROYPER I do want to look at, actually. I guess we can go ahead and take a look at JJ as well. because it could keep going. Yeah, PEEZY is there again. Nimbus, I know Braver Discord called this one pretty early. So, you know, it could be, I mean, that's not much inflow, but it could be doing something soon. It could have some more eyes on it. Okay, let's move on from that and we'll start going through these. So KARRAT, over the last 7 days, there's no smart money there. It's mostly just been regular wallets purchasing, but there's some pretty big conviction here. This high balance wallet purchased 50,000 worth over the last 24 hours. And if I hold down CTRL and click that, now I'm into their wallet and I can see what they've been doing. And they've got a solid win rate here. Yeah, 61% win rate. I mean, it's only 131 trades. It's not many trades compared to most that I've seen, but you can see they've done pretty well on these tokens. And then you can see what they're holding currently in the value. And you can also go to the P&L page here, which is fairly new. And let's see. So here's their realized gains and losses. And here's kind of a summary up here. So like they had a 42% loss, which was 23,000 unrealized. Well, it's an unrealized loss on GPU. They're still holding it. But OPSEC, they did lose 63%, 61,000 down to 22,000. And then they gained profit of 37% on OXO. But you can also look at their unrealized here by clicking that tab. And so, yeah, they're down quite a bit on these, but they're just going to hold through it, you know, because of this dip. Apparently they didn't take all their profits out at the top. But they're doing pretty well on, well, no, never mind. That's hardly any ROI at all. But yeah, I imagine they're just going to keep holding these until they recover. You can actually see their sold bought ratio as well to see how much, you know, maybe they did take some profits, but they held on to some for a long-term bag, you know. So yeah, pretty good wallet. I mean, it's not considered smart money, but that doesn't mean it's not a good trader. It just means that it's not, maybe it's a new wallet or they haven't been on the chain long enough or trading enough to reach those parameters that would make them a smart money wallet. But yeah, I mean, this is looking fairly decent as far as the trajectory of the token. Yeah, maybe it's building market structure here. So yeah, one to look at anyway. There are 2 profit takers here over the last 24 hours. And a couple holders here that have fairly high conviction that are considered smart money. So yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag, you know, some buying, some selling. Actually, nobody's been buying over the last 30 days, but they're holding anyway. So yeah, consider KARRAT. I mean, it seems like a pretty good project, and I think there's some big name Twitter influencers that have been talking about it. But just remember that sometimes they're paid to talk about it, so you know you got to be careful of that too. This is C98. You know, this one's been around since 2021, I believe. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. It could still do well, but it doesn't mean if these have been through a full cycle in 2021, there's a chance it's never going to see. Well, I won't say never. There's a chance it won't get back to its all-time high. So there may be a limitation on how much these can gain. But typically these higher cap, there's not a whole lot of smart money in there. Well, this one's not bad actually. So yeah, there's some VCs and some funds that are into this one. Last 30 days there was a purchase, fairly big purchases here. So yeah, somebody believes in it. Volume's fairly flat. Yeah, I mean, it could be finding bottom here. You know, it's possible it could do one more dip, but could be finding bottom. And I'm going through these fairly quickly. You know, I'm not going to take the time to do the chart because your time's valuable, my time's valuable. You know, you can look further into these if they seem interesting to you. Usually what I look for is to see if any of our curated wallets are in them, because I know those wallets are good. You know, not all smart money wallets get in and out at the right time, but most of them are pretty good. I just like to find the ones that are the highest conviction for our group. There's been a lot of profit. Oh wait, that was Pantera Capital. So a fund has been taking a lot of profit or moving a token around a lot. I'd have to look in further to see if maybe they're moving the token around to different wallets. That is possible, and it is possible to look at that. But yeah, I mean, if that is actual selling, then no, I would be surprised if that was the case. I think probably what the real case is they're probably buying, or they've bought over the last 30 days or so, and they're moving it to different wallets. That would be my guess. I highly doubt they're going to be selling the bottom here. And StarkNet is a good project. I know some Nansen employees that like it too. And the only reason I brought these up, by the way, is because smart money signals were showing on them, or it just looked like they might be bottoming out. So here we got a smart money that bought within the last 24 hours. We'll take a look at them. This is MUBI. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this one could be finding bottom for sure, just looking at the pattern. I believe this is a bot, one of those bots that trade for people, so it could take a while. Usually they have like over 1,000 trades, so it takes a while for this data to load. It's having to go through all the trades. So maybe we'll come back to that one. We can at least look and see what smart money is doing overall. I believe that's a fund, yeah, Manifold Trading. So they hold almost 1 million, and you got some other really big numbers here. Sky Capital, another fund. So anytime you see these funds involved, it means they're going to hold long term, most likely. There is some selling recently, but there's also some buying within the last 30 days. So here's, let's see, this smart money wallet that bought recently. And they didn't do a very good job buying here. They bought the top. It's possible they were staking in this case instead of, maybe there is a staking option with MUBI that does give you some pretty good rewards. So maybe that was the case here. And this is about a 50% win rate wallet, the one I was waiting to load up, 2.2 million realized P&L. Here's some of their holdings. Looks like a lot of base, well, looks like a mix of meme tokens. I was about to say a lot of base tokens. Yeah, they got some pretty good holds here. So yeah, not bad. I mean, MUBI could be ready to go, but it could just go sideways longer. And the market in general could as well. So here's that token Toad. Let me see if I can bring up the, sometimes these new tokens, you got to bring it up on a different, like Dex tools or something. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. And I came across this one earlier. I mean, this would be a pretty good place to buy if you knew somebody in this meme that you trusted. It's the best friend to Pepe. Let's see if the website is actually anything, which doesn't really matter with a meme, but that is a pretty good website. I like the art style anyway. Oh wait, I don't want the Telegram. I want the Twitter. Twitter, not followed by a whole lot of people yet, but this is a fairly new token, isn't it? Yeah, real new token. So they just created the Twitter account, just created the I don't know, the marketing's okay. It's kind of too old of a style, I believe, that I just kind of doubt that it would actually catch on, but it could. I mean, it is pumping off of that support level right there, so might be a good one. And I need to get through this quicker so that if you wanted to enter any of these, you could. I'm not entering any of these, by the way. I'm just showing them. I entered some last night, so I'm not really looking for anything today, but I am looking for ones that are possibly going to help somebody out there. Let's see if Smart Money bought any of this. Yeah, there's one. Good net worth, so that's good. Let's see what their win rate is. And while we're waiting on that to load, I mean, a lot of these tokens are in, buy ranges. If the market was to turn back up, then, you'd be happy that you bought at these ranges. But that's a big if. The market could go sideways until the US presidential election date in, 3 months or whatever. Where did I leave that? Here it is. Oh yeah, that's another bot trader, so that one may take a while. Yeah, so Smart Money does have one fund in it. There's a few people. And I've heard people talk well about KATA, like they like the project. Yeah, I mean, it's very possible that's close to the bottom. So another one to consider anyway. All right, we'll move on to Bobo, and I'll check this one. Oh, there it goes right there. Yeah, 56% win rate, 10 million in realized P&L, 199,000 trades. That's a ton of trades. Yeah, it looks like they do a lot of staking and that sort of thing, but they do have some tokens there as well, like DMT Prime, DAI. Yeah, this looks like a staking account to me. Okay, Bobo, this is kind of like the bearish meme. It's the red bear. I'm just not sure on this one if it might go down one more time. That's my only concern about it. I think it's a good one for the future for sure. For till the end of the market. I saw this yesterday, I believe it was. This is one of our curated wallets here that we trust. They've got like an 80% win rate or 70%. They bought some early April, and now they're buying some again. They've never sold any. So that's a lot of conviction. And I like to see that when they're going back in again, when things get near the bottom. So, this is definitely one you can consider. Just check out the chart, see what you think. Peep in a memes world. Let's see if there's any smart money on this one. No, there's a lot actually. Wow. So these are all smart money wallets that have bought within the last 7 days. Actually, within the last 24 hours. Let's see who those smart money are, if they're anybody. Oh, there has been some selling too, though. Oh, there's a lot of people involved in this. So I've been told before, whenever you see the 7-day smart DEX trader, sometimes these are shorter term traders. So they're looking for a quick profit, and aren't we all? But yeah, there's a lot of selling going on here with the buying. So yeah, I'm not real comfortable. I actually need to look at the chart here because I don't remember what this one looks like. Just remember to be careful with memes or really any token. The market can turn around on you at any time. We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, this could be a good buy area just because of the 50% fib, or like a fib retracement down to the golden pocket or something. It's actually under that. It's going to the 786. So yeah, I mean, you could take a chance here if you wanted to, but it's a risk. It's all a risk. Yeah, I think some of our people made this play right here somewhere. Where was that at again? There it is. Okay. Yeah, so it's 50-50 for me on that one. I don't know what it's going to do. This is brand new token, TROG, and I did mention it to the group, but I didn't have a whole lot of conviction about it when I mentioned it. Let's just see what this smart money wallet looks like, if they can be trusted. Yeah, 51% win rate, over 100K realized P&L. That's not bad at all for a new wallet. Well, is it a new wallet? I guess not. They just don't trade that often. Let's look at this one. Oh yeah, it did take off. Wow. So yeah, I called this to our group somewhere in here. How much is this up? I haven't really checked it since then. Well, it's only a 2x. I mean, 2x is great, but yeah, there may be more room for this one to move, though. Seems like all these political memes, doesn't matter if it's, I mean, I don't like to get political about anything because I don't trust any of them, but you know, whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden, whether it's, I think there's some for RFK Jr. and some other things, but you know, these may be some that you want to accumulate at the very lows to sell as the presidential election gets near. You know, it might make you some money. Let's see. Okay, so here is PEEZY. Yeah, no smart money in this one. When was this one deployed? May 2024. Okay. Yeah, so there's no smart money in this one at all now. It looks like they've all sold. You know, they were in it at one point. And this is another one we talked about in our group. Let me see here. Might have to bring this one up. All right, here's the chart on PEEZY. And when did we talk about this one? It was the last video we did, or something like that. It might have been before the video that I talked about it in the group. So it was somewhere in here, I believe. Maybe down here. Yeah, so I really don't know on this one. Let's see. That's weird. Account suspended on Twitter. Well, probably wouldn't mess with this one then, just because it... Oh, okay, it was a community takeover. Sometimes these can do well, but I don't know, it's really risky. Yeah, I don't know that I'd even mess with this one, to be honest. I'll just get rid of that one. Okay, let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so wQUIL, this person bought quite a bit, and they already had some, so that's extra conviction. I'm actually curious when they bought the first time. Okay, so this is another one of those things where, you know, it's just added conviction. As price drops, they're wanting to buy more. And I believe this is a big wallet, isn't it? Yeah, it's a $2 million wallet. Some volume coming back in, maybe. And this is one of our wallets that bought it. It looks like they bought the top, actually. But they're just going to keep holding. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so this one looks okay. I know there's some pretty big influencers out there that are talking about this one still. And you like that trajectory, right, where it seems like smart money, you know, it's getting more eyes on it here, more smart money joining. So yeah, definitely one to consider. And then this one, let's see, we talked about, let me look and see when this one was talked about. Okay, so this would have been let's see, last month, the 29th. I don't remember what time it was, though. Oh, and then we did the video on it the same day, the 29th, yeah. And then I talked about it to the group also same day. So sometimes when I do it on the video, I'll go back and talk to the group about it as well. Let's bring this up. Because I think this one could have some room left in it. Yeah, we called it about right here. And then, well, no, it would have been before that, wouldn't it? So it's kind of right in here. I don't remember which candle. but it did from there roughly a 2x on this wick, and then it came down a little bit. So what I had told them was just kind of watch this trajectory. As, you know, as long as it's above this line, you could buy once it hits that line. But if you got a daily candle close below there, then you could get out. I can't remember. GROYPER is a toad, is a friend with P. Yeah, I mean, it talks about 4chan, stuff like that there. So it could catch on, you know, with that group, with the 4chan group. Okay. We've got one more here. This is just a recap on JJ, really. I'm just curious what happened with this chart. Yeah, so it actually went under. I did the same thing here for them. I did a trend line, and I said, you know, if it falls under here, then, you know, maybe it's done for a while. It could recover, but here's what they made on this one. And I know we had at least a couple that would joined in on this one. They did about a, you know, 6 to 7x, something like that. So, you know, over a 3 or 4 day period, that's great. Especially that 60x that we did. I mean, even a 2x is great. And, you know, it's just luck sometimes, because I'm not, you know, in some kind of network where I know all these memes are going to take off. And a lot of times I don't post them to Twitter, so it's not like people are pumping the bags. So, you know, just understand that a lot of this is organic. And, you know, I'm not reaching out to people to pump them or anything. This is just, you know, me talking about tokens, really. Yeah, so keep an eye on these videos. I'm actually going to end it here, but keep an eye on these videos, and check me out on Twitter. You know, it's at Bike for Sale. Or, you know, if you're interested in the group that we have, it'll be down in the description below. And if you want to do the smart money research on your own, you know, that code's down below as well for Nansen. And, you know, post questions, comments, anything other than my mic volume. Yeah, I don't know what to do about the mic volume anymore. I know the majority of people have no problem with it, but yeah, if you have any requests or anything like that, hit the like button, hit subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll talk to you on the next one.